before we...
Hey, Kevin. Well,
It does indeed. Thanks, David. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Ivica Zubac is out there with Morris. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Patrick Beverly. And it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward. And for Brooklyn, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. Now here's Beverly. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Deep benches tonight, Greg, on both sides. This seems to be a growing trend.
You know, teams are digging deeper than ever before, even getting into the two-way contracts that give you depth past your top 15 guys. One, you're trying to protect the investment in your big-ticket items, your franchise-caliber players, but you got to keep an eye on the future in terms of player development. That's another area where the league has really changed when you look at the makeup of these rosters.
Well said.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
Now, here's George. Leonard on the wing, launches it. Dinwiddie with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And it's good to see George concentrate on getting the ball to the open man. Excellent floor awareness.
And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. 4-point game. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
So 1 for 2 that time with the strike.
Man, I tell you, you really have to appreciate how much Beverly hustles. He plays hungry and with an edge. He's skilled, though, on both ends of the floor in addition to that.
And the foul called on Jarrett Allen. That is his first foul of the game. Irving against Beverly. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Like how Beverly takes on challenges. This guy's a pit bull in his competitiveness. Aggressive at shooting over the defense, even when they're all in him.
Now here's Irving. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. Here's KD. And KD throws it down.
Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game. Well, I like this young man, Jarrett Allen. He's still working to find consistency in his offensive game. He's a really good leaper and finishes at the rim, protects the rim. But his strength right now, which will always be his strength, I think, is his defense. He's outstanding at that end of the floor.
And Clark, with Allen, he's still young, and the comfort on offense has yet to really find him.
Yeah, and you know what? I think he's really scratching the surface there, Greg. I mean, this kid is he only played 1 year in college. He's shown you that he can defend at a high level, and he looks like he's a worker, so I think his offensive game will ultimately catch up with his defense.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Brooklyn. Joe Harris comes in for Irving.
Well, I love the speed that Durant has. I mean, fantastic at slashing into the paint and scoring right at the rim. That length of stride of his and his speed, lethal combination.
They get it back. Leonard the pass to Harrell. Goes up again. Kicks to Beverly. Back to Harrell. And finally they hit one.
The dogged intensity Harrell has is just insane. And he uses all this energy to his advantage, particularly on the glass.
Now here's Dinwiddie. And there's the pass to Jordan. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. So for the Nets, Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Luwawu Cabarrot in for Karis LeVert. The Clippers also changing it up. Green, he's checked in for Leonard. Andrew Shamet comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Harrell. The rebound by the Nets.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert.
very often.
That one goes. Count it.
Huge hole in the defense that possession. He didn't waste any time cutting through it.
Williams kicks to Jackson. Dinwiddie with the steal. Here's Luwawu. He's guarded by Williams. Count the basket.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Jackson. They kick it out to Green. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Bam! Harold flying to the hoop, always giving max effort.
Dinwiddie passes to Luwawu. Back to Dinwiddie. Lays it up and banks it in.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Shamet the pass to Green. And Green slams it in.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Here's Luwawu. He's guarded by Williams. Second chance shot. Kicks it out to Prince. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
You know, Taurean Prince is not the guy you want to send to the foul line.
And that one falls for Prince. And both free throws good for Prince. Outside Jackson. Loads it up there for Harrell. The first quarter all wrapped up, and it's been an exciting game so far. Clippers lead by 1. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback.
Old school basketball, you know.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, guys. Without those second chance points, this game would have had a much different feel to it.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Luwawu is out there with Irving, and it's Harris in at the small forward spot. Unloads from 13. Reggie Jackson with the rebound.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Back to Irving. Just 5 to shoot. No good from Luwawu. The Clippers in the lead. Harrell kicks to Jackson. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Here's Harrell. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Harrell's got 8 points. Well, the passion in New York as a pro sports city, Greg, is unquestioned. Talk about the pros and cons, though, of being a player in New York.
You know, the opportunity personally and professionally is immense, no doubt about it, but so is the media scrutiny. It can be very intense, and the fanaticism does make it hard to live a normal existence, and I think the guys who embrace being in a city like New York are the ones that typically are able to perform at the highest level.
So you can either thrive because of it or wilt because of it. Just kind of what your personal preference is.
You called it, partner, and I have seen it happen both ways.
Oh, I bet. Shamet the pass to Harrell. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And it's Harris off the drive. They get it back. Got a piece of it. Prince finds Harris. Back to Prince. Irving against Jackson. A nice shot by Irving. Irving's got the lead up to 1 now for Brooklyn.
You know, he started slow, but now in the second quarter, he's finding his groove.
Well, you can be the judge of if it's fair or not, but Kyrie Irving has earned himself the reputation of being moody, to say the least.
Yeah, and you know, sometimes that sword cuts both ways. Sometimes it's the player, sometimes it's the media, and the media's perception. It's a combination of the two. Clearly, Kyrie can sometimes go off on tangents and come from left field in interviews. I mean, he's not the only player, present or past, that's been guilty of that. One thing you can't deny, though, is this guy loves the game. And it's a matter of continuing to mature and grow as a leader. So I say give him more time, and he'll refine himself in that area.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight, neither team giving an inch.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Here's Karuch. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. And George gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Marcus Morris is checked in for Lou Williams. Brooklyn trailing. Now Dinwiddie. Pass to Allen. Durant down low. Working on Zubac. Allen's shot is off.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Durant with the steal. And here's the break. Lobbed up there for Allen. Leonard with the steal. Dinwiddie against Beverly. Stolen by Allen. 4 seconds left. And then Durant with the jam.
Boy, with that long reach of his, so easy for KD to throw it down.
And a close game so far through the first. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. Some good action during the period, as it was just a 1-point game at the end of one. Thanks for joining.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You know, guys, Montrezl Harrell has been exceptional here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Setting the floor for the Clippers. We've got Patrick Beverly. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the 3. Leonard with the steal. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Morris with the ball. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Yeah, I love the court awareness from Kawhi there. Dependable at getting it to his uncovered teammates.
Outside Durant. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
4 on the clock. Here's Morris. Tried to bank it in, but he misses. And for Brooklyn, their shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55%.
Oh! Big time throwdown with flavor.
That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish.
And Beverly kicks to Zubac. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
And out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession. And Brooklyn making a change here. Harris is checked in. And then for the Clippers, Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile one block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
Brooklyn making some changes. Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. And it's Taurean Prince in for LeVert. The Clippers also making some changes. Landry Shamet's checked in for Morris. And it's Williams in for George. Here's Harrell, and Harrell slams it in. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail biter.
And there's Jordan. That's good on the assist by Irving. Jordan's got the lead up to 1 now for the Nets. Williams with the ball. He's picked up by Jordan. There's the triple. And it's Shamet missing. And here are the Nets. Outside Irving. Fires from 14. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. And now it's a 3-point Brooklyn lead.
You know, I like Irving's creativity, but also his discipline offensively. He'll take whatever's available.
Leonard against Irving. Leonard dishes to Harrell. No good. Good D by Jordan. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Here's KD. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
You know, big guys like Jordan who can facilitate are really valuable. Spots the open man and gets it right to him.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
Irving, good. Greg, as a point guard, what is it you like to see from that position on the floor?
I think first and foremost, leadership. It's so valuable at that spot. And, you know, you always got to have your head high because your teammates are feeding off what you put forth in terms of your body language and enthusiasm. So, you know, the typical stuff about organizing the offense and setting the tone on the defensive end, that stuff's important as well. But so much of how you carry yourself out on the floor when you deal with adversity and you know that you're going to, it is really paramount.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
And there's the foul to try to stop the break, and that'll be a clear path to the basket. 2 free throws coming up, and they'll retain possession. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Nets.
They've been penetrating with a certain amount of ease, guys, just as much in this half as the first.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Odion Kurucs, he's checked in for Durant. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Taurean Prince. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Johnson in for Irving.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Brooklyn leading by 3. Crawford with the ball. Williams picks him up. Crawford outside. That one good for 2.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the D thinking. Jump shot. Gave a little pump fake. And then off to the races.
Williams passes to Harrell. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Harrell's got 14 points for the game.
And improving as a shot maker every year. Harrell has to be accounted for defensively.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Nets lead. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Crawford out there with Johnson. And there's Jared Allen. And it's Caruge in at the 4. So that's the Nets 5. The Nets with the lead. Here's Johnson. Good work defensively by Morris, and he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. LeVert's checked in for Crawford, and Dinwiddie subbed in for Johnson. And the basket by Caruge. Caruge has got his first bucket of the night.
Boy, LeVert's showing you his unselfishness there. I mean, if you're open, he loves getting you the ball.
Outside for George. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Makes it off the glass.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Dinwiddie finds Allen. Nets passing it around to the paint, to the left wing. There's the 3, and Luwawu gets it to go. And the Nets lead by 4.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
It's Williams with the drive, and it goes down 2 points. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
LeVert kicks to Dinwiddie. Pass to LeVert. To the inside. Here's Allen over George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. KD's checked in for the Nets. Irving comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Leonard, he's checked in for Williams.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses. Boy, you need a confident player to get you a big bucket, and that's exactly who Irving is and what he does.
And that one's good, George.
And George just has an uncanny knack for providing these kinds of baskets, and he makes it look so easy.
Dinwiddie wide open. Off target from outside.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Keeps it alive, and Durant is right there. And the Nets lead by 4.
And we've seen Durant now hit big shots before. He's no stranger to the moment. Actually, this guy relishes the moment.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Nobody near George. From outside, off the mark. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. That one falls. Irving's got the lead up to 6 now for the Nets.
Tell you what, this is what Irving can do now. He'll leak out and then make the right read in transition.
And Beverly kicks to Morris. And again, no good by the Clippers.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Nets leading by 6. Dinwiddie outside. Back to Irving. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty.
And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Outside Irving, passes to LeVert. Back to Irving from the arc. Oh, and he misses the dunk.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yep, I'd agree with you. Chalk it up. W in the bag.
Beverly for 3. Los Angeles with another miss. The 3 from KD. It falls. And it's an 11-point Brooklyn lead.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Inside at the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Tim Hardaway Jr. out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3 slot. And for the Clippers, Marcus Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Beverly in at the 1 spot. And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Pass to Powell. Back to Hardaway. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, Tim Hardaway Jr. getting stronger, and that's a problem when he's trying to finish through contact.
And born and raised in Toronto, Powell is part of a growing legion of NBA players who hail from up north.
We the North. How about upon arriving in Dallas, he became the 5th Canadian to suit up just for the Dallas Mavs organization alone. So college and NBA scouts spending more time there now. What a beautiful country with plenty of basketball talent.
Here's Doncic. And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Outside Hardaway. Back to Doncic. Shot clock at 6. And the layup falls.
You got to remember that Luka Doncic is so much more than a shooter. He's got every shot in his arsenal, even amongst the trees in there.
Now, here's George. Pass to Beverly. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Now the Mavericks with it. To the left side wing. Passes it to Powell. Back to Hardaway. Stolen by George. And pushing it up. Here's the Clippers. Beverly with the ball. Dishes to Morris. And Morris throws it down.
Yeah, Patrick Beverly making it easy for his teammate to score.
Doncic passes to Porzingis. Hardaway finds Porzingis. Now here's Powell. Doncic looking it over. Rebound by the Clippers.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
Inside, Powell with the steal. Now, Doncic. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Hardaway with it. 6 to shoot. Here's Porzingis, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Oh, he throws it down with such ease. That rim might as well be 8 feet off the ground.
By himself, and the dunk by Porzingis.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Here's George, following the score by Dallas. Shot clock at 5. And the dunk by Zubac.
This guy is such a tough cover in the pick and roll. Paul George threading the needle perfectly. Excellent pass.
Doncic dishes to Hardaway. There's the pass to Powell. Back to Hardaway. Dallas moving it around. Doncic passes to Finney Smith. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Here's Hardaway. Doncic outside. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
There's a burst that allows Luka Doncic to be effective on his drives. You're not going to catch him standing around. This guy is in attack mode.
Now here's Beverly. 19 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Zubac. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Morris, no good. And here's Doncic from the arc. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Mavericks lead by 2. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center in downtown. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Mavericks?
Playing inside out in that first quarter led to some high percentage shots in the paint.
It is great when you can get that established early, because to me it opens up every other aspect of your game.
And now brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Clippers. They've got Harrell. Landry Shamet is out there with Green. And there's Jackson, and it's Williams at the 2 spot. Jackson kicks to Williams. Pass to Shamet. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
It's Jackson with the drive, and the dunk by Jackson.
And with a quick first step, Jackson remains a threat to drive on any defender.
Runs in the pass to Curry. Down low, here's Cauley Stein, and the rejection by Harrell. Outside, Green. The dish to Williams. Outside, Jackson. This one for 3. That shot off the mark. And it's Dallas the other way.
You think about Lou Williams and finding his way and finding himself with the Los Angeles Clippers. He's played for a 5th of the teams in the league. He always felt overlooked, underappreciated, but certainly he's found his niche here.
Back to Williams from outside the arc. And Wright pulls it down. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for Dallas. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game. The Doors in the past, some regarded Lou Williams as a lackluster defender. Didn't want to lift weights. Had kind of an interesting reputation. He bounced around the league, as we know, quite a bit. He's played for a lot of different teams.
Right. I mean, think about his early association with Allen Iverson, the great Allen Iverson. He's succeeded on his own terms, right? Both of them comfortable in their own skin, able to do some amazing things on the court.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Clippers shooting their first foul shots of the night here.
Boy, what you appreciate nightly about Montrezl Harrell is he leaves nothing on the floor. This guy plays with ferocity, with energy, and he's turned himself into a legitimate threat.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Marcus Morris is checked in for Jermichael Green. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Landry Shamet. And it's Paul George in for Williams. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. The Mavericks have their young star tandem in Luka Doncic and Kristaps Porzingis. KP said, "We can be a pretty deadly duo. It's only going to be a matter of time. Once we get that 2-man game going, it's going to be hard to stop. Guys, it's already hard to stop. Back to you.
Team on the rise, David. Thank you so much. And the Clippers making a change here. Beverly's checked in. The Mavericks also with a sub. Tim Hardaway Jr.'s checked in for Curry. Outside Hardaway. Leonard with the steal. And George kicks to Leonard. Passes it to Beverly. The three from George. And the Clippers miss again. Mavericks leading by 4. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. 1:05 left now here in the second. From deep three-point range, they grab their own miss.
Well, tracking down rebounds with ease. Kristaps Porzingis, outstanding mobility.
Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Beverly, the pass to George. And here is Harrell. Shot clock at 6. Swiped it away. Fast break, Dallas. Oh, and he's going up for the alley-oop here. And again, Dallas turns it over. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. We've got 33 seconds left to play here in the half. Doncic against Beverly. Kicks to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. It's George on the wing. Los Angeles with another miss. Here's Finney-Smith. Zubac's defending. Now the pass to Doncic. And here's Porzingis for a 3. And so it's Dallas with their leads.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, basketball fans. What a pleasure it is to bring you into the 2K studios again. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. Win or lose, Kenny, the Mavericks have... And that...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Porzingis with a strong contribution so far in this one.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low, just great work.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Hardaway, no good. Clippers trail by 6. Oh, Morris in position. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Boy, that open look set up by Kawhi Leonard. That's probably the most underrated aspect of his game.
Doncic outside. To the paint. Here's Finney-Smith. And the call up. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Doncic against Zubac. And here's Porzingis for a 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Leonard's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Inside. Finney-Smith kicks to Doncic. For 3. A new 14 for the Mavericks. The 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
Morris passes to Beverly. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the 1 pick or the 2nd pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. On the wing, Doncic. Defended by Beverly. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
A platoon swap here for the Clippers. And here's Jackson. Pass to Harrell. Stolen by Brunson. Outside Curry. To stop the drought. Reggie Jackson with the rebound. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 3 from the field since halftime. Now the feed to Harrell for the lead, and the layup is up and in. Harrell's got the lead up to 2 now for the Clippers.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. Kleba finds Cauley Stein. 5 on the clock. Here's Brunson. Some solid defense there from Jackson. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. They haven't given up any points here in the 2nd half. 1:14 left to play in the 3rd. Jackson drives in. He dishes it to Green. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Now, here's Shamet. No points in the game yet for him. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
43 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. And Curry has it in the corner. Lets it go with the 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Curry's got 8.
Well, like it runs in the family, Seth Curry building a career on his aptitude from distance. And boy, oh boy, can he do some damage.
Williams passes to Jackson. Now Harrell. Pass to Shamet. Dishes it to Jackson. Shoots the 3. And it's Shamet missing.
Poor execution. That was not how they drew up that possession.
Curry's shot is off. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. Mavericks ahead. They lead by 1. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. They're down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Lou Williams out there with Jackson, and it's Shamet in at the small forward. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Curry with it. Pass to Kleba. Back to Curry. Rebound by Harrell. The Clippers in the lead. Pulls up for 3. sinks the triple.
How about since he entered the league, Kawhi Leonard has tripled his assist average. What a good passer he has become.
Outside Hardaway. Back to Curry. The pass to Finney-Smith. And that's going to be too many steps. Gets the whistle on the travel. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Harrell. Marcus Morris comes in for Landry Shamet. Paul George is checked in for Lou Williams. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Jackson. Dallas also making some changes. Dwight Powell's checked in for Cauley-Stein. Porzingis is coming in for Maxi Kleber. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Curry. Hardaway against George. And it's blocked! And he keeps control of the ball. Here's Doncic. Good.
I'll tell you, Luka Doncic makes tough shots look easy. Boy, that close to the bucket through that much contact, nice.
Here's Beverly. Pass to Zubac. Outside Leonard. He kicks it to Beverly. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Dallas calls timeout.
Yeah, I think one thing Coach will address in this timeout right now is you're missing a lot of shots. Why not become more of a facilitator out there?
On the Mavericks with some changes. Marjanovic checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith, and Curry subbed in for Hardaway. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Rick Carlisle's huddle. He's not happy with what he says are late rotations defensively against their three-point shooters. And then at the offensive end, he wants his guys to get their own shots within the rhythm and flow of the offense. Kevin?
Well, the hoop and the harm. Luka Doncic, the finish, and he'll get an opportunity to add to that.
And the free throw is good, now leading by 1. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. And George with the stuff.
What great body control from the all-star forward. Paul George, so skilled at keeping his composure under pressure.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That'll be his second foul of the game. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Out to Doncic. Back to Powell. Outside Curry. The 3-ball.
Well, not only is he a tremendous athlete, but Paul George is a terrific positional defender. He just uses that body so well to contest shots.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Pass to George. Clock at 6. Morris looking over the floor. No good on the 3.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight. And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
You have to want to be ready in big moments, and Seth Curry delivers big time.
Beverly, the pass to Zubac. The Mavericks leading. Outside Curry. Over George. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Beverly finds Morris. This is it to George. Now Zubac, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. Williams, he's checked in for the Clippers. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Morris passes to Zubac. The shot, no good. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. And so they foul intentionally. To the inside, here's Curry. And he floats in for the easy two. Credit the assist on that one.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic, and a pretty pass right there.
In the corner, it's Morris. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. No good from Zubac. And the Mavericks with possession. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. It's Curry outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
They've got to take the first good shot they can find.
And they've got to be efficient with the clock. Quick score, quick foul.
From deep. Another miss by Curry. Nobody near George. And again, it's the Clippers missing. From deep three-point range. And so it's Dallas winning this one. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. A stunning view of the moon. And with pregame routines coming.
Hey, Kevin.
It might indeed, David. Well said. Thank you for that report. So the Nets starting 5. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. And it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. And for Dallas, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward. Now here is Hardaway. To the middle. Second shot opportunity, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Well, I tell you what, energy and activity from Hardaway Jr. there, showing you exactly what it takes to keep plays alive.
Irving passes to Allen, and good that time.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now, here's Doncic. Outside Hardaway. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
You know, he's not just a shooter, guys. Hardaway Jr. is also capable of getting creative and mixing things up, too. I like it.
Here's Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
Doncic dishes to Hardaway. The pass to Powell. Back to Hardaway. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Hardaway has got 6 points.
Excellent quickness that time by Hardaway. Allows him to do work inside.
Back to Irving. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here is Hardaway. 6 points for him. Here's Finney-Smith, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Allen. It doesn't go for him. Now the Mavericks take it the other way. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Porzingis. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Irving. Down it goes for his 3rd basket in as many tries.
Boy, that's exactly how you punish a team in transition. Kyrie getting out in front and going straight on the attack.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic checked in for Porzingis. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Curry sub in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And then Durant with the jam.
His IQ is one of the best in the league. Irving has a great feel for when his teammates are open.
1:43 left to play in the first quarter. And Doncic, here we go.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, you know, a big part of offensive rebounding is really relentless effort and high energy, and Jordan knows all about that.
And Curry has it in the corner. From the wing. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And Boban Marjanovic picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Prince is checked in for the Nets. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Kyrie Irving. Now here is Harris. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Took him no time at all on that one.
You know, knocking down the three guys, that's one of the premier three-point gunners in the NBA, Joe Harris.
Here's Doncic. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Watch out now. When this guy gets into a rhythm, it is something to behold.
Pass to Marjanovic. Dallas moving it around. Inside. Deflects the pass. It's good. And he makes his first shot of the game.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
On the wing, Harris. Over Kleba. Harris's shot is off. Mavericks have gotten 6 of 11 shots to go down so far. Pretty nice shooting. Out to the wing. Here's Kleba. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Here's Luwawu. Now that's how to finish the break. Throw down with force.
Well, that's good work by Prince there, spotting the open man and then putting the ball on target on time right in the shooting pocket.
Marjanovic. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. It's the Nets. They lead by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter.
I think you get a lot of teams' best shot.
And Greg, it's one of the great challenges of being one of the teams to beat.
But that's the difference with a superstar like Durant. He can give you elite play from start to finish. Lesser guys can do that only in spurts.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Luwawu in at the 2 guard. Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Porzingis is checked in for Maxi Kleba. Hardaway is subbed in for Curry. And a change for the Nets. Irving's checked in for Dinwiddie. Brunson scanning the floor. That is good. And the Nets lead is cut down now to just 3 on the bucket from Wright. Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much-needed asset. You just throw it up there. Trill Will's going to take care of the rest.
Passes to Luwawu. Back to Irving. Shoots over Brunson. Again, the Nets for 2.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Outside Irving. From past the arc. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
A wide open look here for Wright. Another 3 for Dallas.
Now that is huge when Wright is connecting from deep. It really spreads the floor for him and his teammates.
And a 6'5" combo guard who uses his size well. Wright is pretty consistent across all areas.
And, you know, Greg, I watched him in college, and what I liked about him most, and I think other people kind of sleep on this guy is really excellent in terms of his feel for the game. I mean, he's got a control and poise about him that's contagious. Good instincts. I like his decision-making in transition. I just think he's an effective, efficient player. Prince doing a nice job with his quickness in transition. He's right there to finish the break strong.
Here's Brunson. Lays it up off the glass. Brunson's got 5 points now in the quarter. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the second quarter. rebound. Here is Irving. 11 points in the game. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Porzingis. The Mavericks trailing. Right. That's a two-pointer. Can't tie it up as that one misses. 9 feet out. And that one hits back iron.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And he hits it to tie the game up.
That is room service delivery from right there. What a sweet dime to create a high percentage shot.
Irving attacking, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Irving's got 13.
Shots are just flowing from him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Here's Brunson, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Powell, he's checked in for Cauley Stein. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Tim Hardaway Jr. And Curry subbed in for DeLon Wright. It's good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Curry with the 3. The rebound by the Nets.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
With the tip, it's good on the putback. Caruch has got his first 2 points of the night.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Crawford against Curry. Here's Allen. Kleber with the rebound. Here's Curry with the 3. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
And a huge...
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 13 points and 4 assists. He was on the... And that'll...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Dallas. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Luka Doncic out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. The kick out to Irving. Dinwiddie outside. Porzingis against Durant. The dunk and the foul of Powerhouse. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review. And guys, Karis LeVert can do so much while he's on the basketball floor. The problem for LeVert is just staying on the basketball floor.
Yeah, injuries have really slowed him down the last couple of years, Greg, and it's unfortunate because this kid's an outstanding player. He gets it done in every way as a wing scorer. He can make plays, he can defend, he can score the ball. LeVert says he tries to model his game after Penny Hardaway, and if he can stay healthy, I don't think that comparison's too far off.
Dallas, no good that time either.
Starting slow in this half, 0 for 3 so far.
It's Durant on the wing. Pass to LeVert. Durant wide open. He fires. Cans the shot with nobody near him. Durant's got the lead up to 7 now for Brooklyn. Now here's Doncic. He's guarded closely. Here's Powell. The shake. Allen with the rebound.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Shoots from the block. Nifty move. And he sinks the layup. And now a 9-point Nets lead.
Well, I love the mindset of Allen there. I mean, when he gets the ball in that spot, he's very aggressive.
Hardaway against Dinwiddie. And Hardaway gets it to go. Hardaway has got 8 points.
Finally get one to drop after starting the half with 4 straight clanks.
There's the pass to Dinwiddie. KD on the wing. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Cauley Stein, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. Maxi Kleber comes in for Porzingis. And it's Seth Curry in for Hardaway. The Nets also changing it up. Jordan comes in for Allen. And Harris subbed in for Garrett Temple.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Back to LeVert. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. LeVert's got his first basket. You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed. But it's always existed. And the reality is this. You become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
And here are the Nets. They've got a 13-2 run going. Oh, and the jam by Durant.
Tell you what, when Durant is feeling it, he puts on some swagger. He's going to let you know he's got it going.
It's Curry outside. Drills the three-pointer. Curry's got his second basket.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
And here's Harris from the arc. That shot is off. Now Dallas takes it the other way. Here's Curry with the three. Another three for Dallas.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Harris passes to Dinwiddie. Harris looking it over. Latrey. Cauley Stein grabs the board. Mavericks trail by 8. Here's Curry with the three. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Kept alive. Another shot near the three-point line. It's Doncic. And the miss. And so it's Brooklyn holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And we'll be right back after this. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Prince and Durant are at the 3 and the 4. Irving and LeVert are at the 1 and 2. And it's Allen in at the 5, roaming the paint. LeVert with it. And Curry picks him up defensively. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Boy, a stalwart defender who knows his strengths on offense. I mean, Allen is a fantastic two-way threat, and he wants to get better. This is a guy whose future is bright.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Dwight Powell comes in for Maxi Kleber. Hardaway is subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Curry is inside. LeVert defending. Right side Curry. Looking to get back on track here.
Super recognition that time to come up with the block shot, as LeVert was quick to recognize where he was and get off the ground.
Outside Irving.
Yeah, still struggling to find the bottom of the net from three-point range this half. They were much better in the first.
Here's Doncic. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Certainly not the kind of night he was looking for at the offensive end, and it's had a ripple effect on the team.
It's Curry outside. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And he gets the bucket.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Mavericks trail by 14. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. And now he's starting to get it going. 4 3-pointers in the game for him, and 3 have come in this half.
And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Doncic with the bucket.
Well, I love watching Doncic go to work there. Assertiveness is the key, and that's part of why he's so successful.
Three-pointer. And it's Durant with the rebound. KD's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Dinwiddie's checked in for the Nets. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the 4th quarter for them. Curry, wide open, sinks the three-pointer. Curry's got a pair of threes here in the 4th quarter for the Mavs.
And when he gets it going, this is what can happen. They need to think about the double team now.
KD passes to Irving. Here's the 3. Here's Allen. It's LeVert on the wing. Buries the long-range jumper. And the Nets lead by 9.
Well, you look at the shots like that LeVert makes, and you have to be happy for the progress he's made because he's worked at it.
Curry fires from way outside. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And so Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They've led by as many as 14 points. LeVert finds Dinwiddie. Back to LeVert. Misses the deep 3-point attempt. Dallas now running out of time. So far in the 4th quarter, they've allowed just 6 points. Outside for Curry. Fires from deep. Curry with another miss. Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the 4th. A nice shot by Irving.
Knifing through the defense like warm butter on a biscuit. Irving knows how to get to the rim.
On its way from Curry for 2. Offensive rebound. Takes a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. Curry's got 15 points in just the 2nd half.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Irving kicks to LeVert. 6 to shoot. Fires at the elbow. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for the Nets.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kevin Durant.
Tell you what, this guy worked his behind off on both ends of the floor. He was really an intimidating presence out there.
Pass to LeVert. Back to Irving. 27 seconds left to play in the final quarter. And it would take divine intervention for them now to get back in it.
Yeah, I'd have to say, guys, I don't think the man upstairs is really focused on comeback. And all of a sudden, that three puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
You bet he has. I mean, working overtime. The triple's been his bread and butter in this ball game. Nothing but butter. Sweet butter.
Curry fires from way outside. Again, Curry missing. Porzingis with the steal. From deep. Misses there. And so it's Brooklyn with the win. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Up next. Hi, and welcome, everyone, here on 2K's DA.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then there's Karis LeVert. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. And for the Clippers, Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then it's Paul George, and it's Leonard in at the 3, the small forward.
Aggressive D there, but then again, Kawhi finishes through contact almost as well as anyone.
And guys, even though he's in a big market, Kawhi Leonard's still not one for the spotlight.
That is so true. It's not about the fame for him. He's in LA, but Kawhi Leonard stays in his bubble. All the trappings that come with being a great player, he's truly focused on the love of the game, winning and being the best possible player he can be.
Here's Beverly, and he uses the glass on the layup.
I like seeing Patrick Beverly attack the interior. Sometimes he becomes too perimeter oriented.
Here's Irving. Here's Allen. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Nets passing it around. Here's Durant. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
With his long strides, Durant can gather at the three-point line and still get all the way to the rim.
Goes up, and he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
Now, here's Zubac. The pass to Leonard. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Flexing at the rack. Leonard doing what he can to fire up his teammates.
Irving against Beverly. Irving passes to Allen. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Here's Irving. It's hauled in by Zubac.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Beverly against LeVert. On the wing, Morris. To the paint. Here's Zubac. It's not going to go for him. Some solid defense there from KD. Here's Irving. That's good, and it's KD with the assist.
I love how Durant keeps his eyes up, scanning for someone with a better look.
Beverly with the ball. He's picked up by KD. Leonard, no luck.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Nets also changing it up. Jordan, he's checked in for Allen. Taurean Prince comes in for Karis LeVert. And Joe Harris is subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Brooklyn leading by 5. Here's KD. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries. Greg, when you played for the Knicks, I always heard that Charles Oakley would cook for the players. Is that true?
Absolutely. Oak was very particular about his food. And I got to tell you, he knows his way around the kitchen. And to be honest, I would never tell him otherwise.
Well, what was his special?
Whatever he made, it was special. It wouldn't matter.
Now here's Williams. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And the energy of a guy like Montrezl Harrell can rub off on the entire team.
Yes, it can. GA, he plays with a high motor, generates steals, blocks, and deflections. He's active all over the court, and now we're seeing it on the offensive end as well.
The Nets making a switch here. Luwawu's checked in. Now here is Harris. Here we go, one-on-one. And there's the feed to Harrell. Shamet on the wing. He dishes it to Green. Back to Shamet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Los Angeles with another miss. Nets leading by 4. And there's a whistle. That goes on Landry Shamet. That's his first foul. 58 seconds left here in the opening quarter. It's Prince on the wing. Here's Harris, and he drops it in from the low post.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Jackson, up and in on the layup.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
Jackson against Harris. Lets the three fly. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Clippers trail by 4. Williams in the post. Pass to Shamet. And stolen by Prince. Here's Luwawu. Basket good. Jackson with it. Here's Green. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Brooklyn ahead. They're up by 6. We'll be back. Just catching up with Montrezl Harrell, we mentioned his activity.
That's where I put really a lot of passion.
Greg, I know you agree. Few guys bring his brand of intensity.
And he's added skills. He's a threat to score on the blocks. He passes out of double teams. Harrell's one of the more improved players over the last few years.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
Way to set the table. Offensively, they dominated on the interior.
They came in looking to attack from the get-go, willing to be physical and setting the tone.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So for Brooklyn now, inside we got Prince and Jordan. Kyrie Irving is out there with Luwawu, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. Now here's Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Down low. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Morris.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
And now the fast break. George with the ball. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. There's the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Irving leading the charge. Another field goal for him. 4 for 6 shooting tonight.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
And here's Jackson. Outside, George. Back to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Kicks it out to Leonard, releases, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Jackson. And Joe Allen will bring it up for Brooklyn. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. LeVert finds Irving. That's good, and it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Out to Morris. Now here's Beverly, guarded closely. Harrell, that's good.
Getting hit on the way up, the ability to finish in traffic might be Harrell's strongest attribute offensively.
Here's Luwawu. He's defended by Harrell. Allen. Pass to Irving. Jacks up a 3. They get it back. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. Clippers trail by 8. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
What an athlete Paul George is, leaping up with such ease on those throwdowns.
Passes it to Luwawu. And here is Allen, defended by Beverly. Allen dishes to Jordan. And a wide open look for Irving. Nailed from three-point land. Irving's got 13.
Shooting at a high clip, he's found ways to get quality looks.
Out to Morris. Fires the three. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Luwawu. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on George.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
It's his first trip to the line.
Wound up shooting 85 from the line a season ago, which is an exceptional percentage.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Jermichael Green comes in for Morris. Landry Shamet's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Williams in for Paul George. The Nets also changing it up. Prince is checked in for Allen. Joe Harris comes in for Karis LeVert. And it's Johnson in for Kyrie Irving.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Now Williams. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Beverly. Will it go? Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 5 rebounds tonight. And the pass to Luwawu. Jordan with the bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. Williams with the ball. Pass to Beverly. Now here's Williams. Pass to Shamet. And the Clippers miss again.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Passes it to Johnson. Back to Harris. Takes the 3. That one, no good. And so it's Brooklyn. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They lead by 15. Kenny, give us your team. And that.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
We've got Patrick Beverly. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2 guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. And here's Leonard. The dish now to Beverly. Back to Leonard. The pass to Beverly. It's 3-pointers off the mark.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter, he can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
Clippers trail by 15. Leonard looking over the floor. Tipped away. Here's Temple. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Prince finds Temple. Back to Prince. Fires for 3. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
A different look for the Clippers. Montrezl Harrell comes in for Ivica Zubac. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Now George. George double teamed. 2 on the clock. And the wide open shot from Morris. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. That one goes in. Morris has got the first basket of the second half here for the Clippers.
And dangerous in that catch and shoot game. In fact, anytime Morris can square up, he's a lot more consistent.
LeVert the pass to Irving. That's good. And it's LeVert with the assist. LeVert's got his 5th assist in this one. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Jackson passes to George. Kicks it to Leonard. Jackson against Dinwiddie. Jackson down low, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. The importance of the three-point shot never greater than right now, and in your eyes, there are some players who are just absolutely dead, solid, perfect from distance.
No doubt about it. And you know, there's 3 guys to me, though, that kind of separate themselves. And it's one, because you have to honor their ability equally off the dribble, from 3, and at attacking the paint. Steph Curry, James Harden, and Damian Lillard. Those 3 guys can all hit pull-ups and step backs from range off the dribble. They all got great vision, you know, so they can take advantage of defenses that get caught loading a little too much. And then they also are terrific in the paint at getting to the free throw line. So those are the 3 guys I think that create the most havoc when you start talking about having to guard the three-point line.
Jackson with it. This is to Harrell. Back to Jackson. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
A versatile scorer, Reggie Jackson, every year adds more moves to his arsenal.
Irving against Jackson. Dinwiddie passes to Irving. The Nets working the ball around now. 56 seconds left in the third. Clippers trail by 14. Outside Jackson. Back to Harrell for the 3. Doesn't go for him. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. There's 25 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's LeVert. He's covered by Shamet. Over to the left wing. Back to Irving. Over Jackson. That one wide left.
Rare for him to get a wide open shot from mid-range and fail to connect.
And so it's Brooklyn sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. All around, it's hard. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Yeah, it's one thing to find the guy. It's another to deliver the ball where he can do something with it. Wonderful play.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. On the perimeter, Harris and Prince. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. And it's Dinwiddie in at the point. Zubac against KD. Offensive rebound, Nets. And Harris wide open. He shoots. That one falls, coming off Dinwiddie's feet. And the Nets lead by 17. Williams looking around. Pass to Beverly. 5 to shoot. Knocked away. It's stolen by Harris. Out left to the wing. Dinwiddie kicks to Jordan. To the inside. And stolen by Harrell. Now here's Beverly. Pass to Shamet. Clock at 4. Back to Beverly. The three-pointer no good. Nets leading by 17. Prince, the pass to Durant. Back to Prince. Dinwiddie kicks to Prince. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Jordan trying to free himself up. The offensive rebound. Kicks it out to Prince. Jordan, the pass to Prince. Back to Jordan. He dishes it to Prince. Offensive rebound, Nets. And stolen by Harrell. Passes to Shamet. To end the cold streak. Great D that time from Jordan. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for Brooklyn. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
This was obviously a focal point coming out of the break. Look smart when the shots are going down.
And here is Williams. To the middle. Here's Harrell. And Harrell slams it in.
Nice timing on the pick and roll. Williams a solid playmaker when asked to fill that role.
Prince outside. Right wing. Three-pointer. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Clippers trail by 18. 1:37 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Beverly. And there's the pass to Shamet. Offline with his three.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Nets.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kyrie Irving.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
Beverly with the ball. He's against Jordan, and that one's good. Beverly.
Explosive first step off the bounce. Beverly has the speed to do this.
30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And Jordan has it in the corner. Harrell against KD. That shot no good. Now Shamet. Lets it go from deep. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A stunning view of the moon. We are near.
Kevin, thank you.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. And the Clippers starting five. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverly. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's George in at the 2 guard. And for Dallas, inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Doncic out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3 spot. Now here's Beverly. Just 5 to shoot. The 9-foot shot, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Doncic feeling it out. Here's Finney-Smith, and the 3 off target.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other. Well, Doncic's terrific floor vision in the open floor. He also understands how to be the guy to finish.
Beverly against Doncic. Beverly, the pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Well, I'll tell you this, if the defense collapses, if it makes a mistake momentarily, Beverly has the kind of basketball IQ to take advantage.
Now, here's Doncic. And so just over a minute and a half played. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And it was interesting how the Dallas franchise sold its fans on Doncic. Ownership told him, think of a 6'7" Steve Nash. Isn't quite the shooter Steve was, but is only a teenager. Great vision. Boy, he can really pass it. And it turns out Doncic is all of that and more.
Now, here's Beverly. And the layup's good off the glass. And even Nash himself called Doncic a dream prospect.
Yeah, it said Luka was big and mobile enough in the modern game, can guard multiple positions, has a skill set, a winning mentality, and those leadership qualities. Steve Nash sounding like a future GM.
Now Beverly, after Luka Doncic's 3-pointer that didn't go. And here's Beverly. Clock at 6. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those 2 guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Well, go figure is right. Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Marjanovic comes in for Porzingis, and it's Seth Curry in for Hardaway.
Yeah, because Luka Doncic is such a threat to score it, it opens up the passing game, and boy, it is on display right now.
Now, here's Beverly. He dishes it to Williams. 1:56 left in the first quarter. Makes it off the glass.
Well, small frame, but big game. Lou Williams in the paint.
And so Doncic will bring it up for the Mavericks. Trailing by 2. And Doncic throws it down.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious 2-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Now, here's Beverly. Now, here's Williams. 5 to shoot. Back to Beverly. Off target with his three.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Curry with it. Williams picks him up. And Seth Curry hits from deep.
Well, like it runs in the family, Seth Curry building a career on his aptitude from distance. And boy, oh boy, can he do some damage.
Now, here is George. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Back to Williams. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Lou Williams, so crafty, GA. Just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Zinkas, he's checked in for Dwight Powell. And it's Maxi Kleba in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The Clippers also making some changes. JaMychal Green, he's checked in for Leonard. Landry Shamet comes in for George. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. Here's Jackson. Following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. 6-second difference between shot and game clock. Here's Jackson. From deep. He can't get that one to fall. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Mavericks lead by... Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. Landry Shamet is out there with Reggie Jackson. Then there's Harrell. And it's Green. And it's Morris in at the 3 spot.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Brunson against Jackson. Now the pass to Green. Count that bucket.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Jackson against Brunson. Over Jackson. Rebound by the Clippers.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Here in the second quarter with a little over a minute gone. Pass to Harrell. Now, here's Shamet, guarded by Wright. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Mavericks leading by 3. Curry with it. There's the lob to the hoop. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
When you think of Seth Curry, you're thinking shooting. But there, what a pretty pass to find the open man.
Jackson looking it over. Now Harrell. No points in the game yet for him. Green finds Harrell. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. And it's Green missing. The Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Curry with the 3, and the 3 ball is good. And now an 8-point Maverick lead.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
It's deflected. Quarter 2, and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Lets the 3 fly. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Curry. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Harrell.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when you watch Hardaway shoot, one thing that stands out, he has a very quick release.
And, Greg, that's what makes the jumper very tough to contest, especially when he's dialing it up from range. You have to stay connected to this guy defensively. It's not easy to do with the other weapons on this team.
And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
To the right side. Beverly against Hardaway. And the rejection by Cauley Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley Stein, a presence defensively.
Here's Finney Smith. Up again. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Powell's got the lead up to 10 now for Dallas.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip in. Outside, George. 6 to shoot. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
I'll tell you, there's little you can do to stop Paul George when he's got his game going. He has the lane to the rim, and you know he's going to finish.
Williams against Doncic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The Mavericks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
Well, Luka Doncic, from the moment he stepped between the lines in the NBA, has flashed incredible potential and skill.
There's 39 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Beverly with the ball. Working on Cauley Stein.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Cauley Stein. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 10.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Williams. Here's Zubac. Pass to Beverly. Fires from deep. Mavericks with the rebound. Here's Doncic. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's Dallas with
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome. The first quarter for the Mavericks was fairly even. The period came to a close with them holding a...
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Doncic. And it's Finney Smith in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas.
And a 5-star recruit coming out of high school. Powell had an excellent college career, yet he fell to the 2nd round of the draft. Didn't even hear his name called as he was selected during a commercial break.
And George, here we go. Count it. George has got his 2nd bucket tonight.
You have got to have the right focus and the right reads in the pick and roll. And Paul George making all the right decisions right now, slicing up the defense.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That's his first foul. And GA, even when he did arrive to the NBA, it took Powell a while to latch on.
you know, traded a couple times in his first year. He was assigned and recalled 10 times in about a month with Boston's D-League affiliate. Finally found a home in Dallas. Everything turned around from that point forward.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
And here's Beverly. He has 6. And George now top of the key. He feeds it to Harrell. Powell with the steal. 90 seconds now into the second half. Hardaway finds Porzingis for 3. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist. Hardaway's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Wow, what a start to this half. 3 for 3, dictating the pace on the offensive end. They're rolling early.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Maxi Kleber comes in for Dwight Powell. And Curry subbed in for Doncic. Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. I know you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts that maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to effecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Now here's Curry. He has 6. And it's off from 3-point range. Clippers trail by 16 and stolen by Wright. A pass to Porzingis. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Jackson against Brunson. Left side Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Jackson's bunnies, but he's more than happy to remind you.
Curry outside. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Morris outside. Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Porzingis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Outside Curry.
Switch.
Tries again. Porzingis kicks to Curry. Pulls from the top of the key. The shot, no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Jackson against Brunson. Here's Shamet. Lets it go from deep. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Curry outside. Rebound by the Clippers.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And the Clippers with a change here, too. Williams, he's checked in for Jermichael Green. Brunson against Jackson. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And with the defender draped all over him, Jackson has that strength to fight through the contact.
Curry on the wing. Launches a 3. Curry with another miss. Shamet with it. And so it's Dallas up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. What a defensive effort they put on Kawhi Leonard. It's rare to see him have the kind of trouble he's had tonight. We'll return shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. So for the Clippers right now, the two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Williams is out there with Patrick Beverly, and it's Zubac in its center. It's Williams with the drive, and the basket is good. 6 points for Williams.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Doncic against Williams. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
Well, the hoop and the harm. Luka Doncic, the finish, and he'll get an opportunity to add to that.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Powell's checked in. Doncic, no good on the free throw. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. A 12-point game.
Watch him.
The feed to Leonard. It's stolen by Marjanovic. On the wing, Doncic. Defended by George. On the wing, Hardaway. Here's Powell. Doncic outside. Hardaway passes to Doncic. Hardaway kicks to Finney-Smith. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 12. In the corner, George with it. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. And the Mavericks with possession. At one point, they led by 16. Hardaway against Beverly, and he lobs it up toward the rim. Williams with the steal. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. A three from Leonard. And again, no good by the Clippers. Dallas leading by 12. Pass to Powell. Dallas moving the ball around. Marjanovic with the bounce pass. The pass to Finney-Smith from past the arc. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 4 rebounds in this game.
I'll tell you, despite his struggles at the offensive end, this team still finds themselves in control of the ball game.
The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. And there's the call on Lou Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Curry's checked in for the Mavericks. Morris is checked in for the Clippers. And so it's Dallas with it. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Greg, you really began to emerge and got on the national scene at UNLV, but you started your college career at Portland, where you were actually named the Conference Freshman of the Year.
Yeah, how about I actually averaged more points in Portland than in any season I played at Vegas. Totally different roles, but Portland's always going to have a sweet spot in my heart. My first child was born in the great city of Portland.
Outside Leonard. 6 on the shot clock. They could use a bucket. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Oh, that was a great effort defensively. Get a hand up in the face of the shooter. It's so important.
And it's out of bounds, and they say it was last touched by Leonard.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Poked loose. Powell, the pass to Marjanovic. Curry outside. Offensive rebound. Marjanovic finds Curry. The three. Out to Doncic. Here's Powell. Here's Curry with the three. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Hardaway has got his 4th assist in this one.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Up top, Doncic. Over Beverly. The putback. Powell kicks to Doncic. They shoot again. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 19.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Mavericks.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And as one might have guessed coming into this game, it was indeed another big game tonight for Luka Doncic.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Powell kicks to Curry. This one for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
Well, they're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
A three from Morris. Clippers working now with the new shot clock. Deep two from Beverly. Off the mark, and the drought continues.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Curry's shot is off. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. Outside Leonard. Pass to Morris. Launches it. Can't hit that one. Outside for George. And that one drops.
And allowing this to go no further. He stops a 15-0 run by Dallas.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll wrap it. And check out the Mavs. Fashion first, getting off the bus.
Kevin, thanks.
Thanks, David. Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 3. And for the Nets, Durant plays the 4 with Allen at center. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Karis LeVert. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
LeVert the pass to KD. Back to LeVert. That one a little long. Here's Dallas. Hardaway with it. Nice D from Durant. And here's the fast break. Durant leading the way. And then Durant with the jam.
Durant's a pleasure to watch moving in transition. So fluid and always under control.
Dinwiddie against Hardaway. Porzingis passes to Finney-Smith. That shot missing. Excellent D there from Allen. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Allen.
Yeah, the easy hoop assisted by Allen that time. He's developed a nice passing game.
Here's Doncic. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Jared Allen.
And I remember when Doncic was first asked, who is your favorite player? And boy, he did not hesitate. LeBron James.
Hey, Greg, for guys of his generation, that would be the answer for 80 to 90% of them, and with good reason. How about these quotes from Doncic? He said, if I dunk on LeBron, I can retire. But I like this one a little better. He said, LeBron can play in a lot of different positions. I can too. But for me to be like LeBron, I have to work much harder. That's a guy who knows his stuff.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. Curry comes in for Tim Hardaway Jr. It's Curry outside. Drops in the tray.
You know, the staple of Seth Curry's game is shooting the ball off the catch.
Outside Irving. He gets that one.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Curry can't get it to go.
You know, currently they're just 1 of 5 from the field. That's not going to get it done.
Three-pointer, LeVert. Good on the three-point shot.
You know, I think this is big for LeVert's confidence because the more he connects from distance, I think the more dangerous he'll become as a shooter and offensive player.
And it's Doncic missing.
You know, I think the effort on defense there has everything to do with why he missed that shot. Well done.
Dinwiddie with the bucket.
Yeah, a big part of this run here has been their ability to score from mid-range.
Here's Doncic. Powell trying to free himself up. And Doncic gets it to go. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
With the putback. It's good on the putback.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
And he just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
The shot by Curry, no good.
Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
The Mavericks pull it in. Marjanovic kicks the foul. It's Curry outside. Another miss by Curry.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Curry outside. They get it again. Marjanovic. Curry passes to Porzingis. Stolen by Durant.
Hey, I know Durant makes it look really easy, but I tell you what, folks, there's a lot of hard work and repetition behind what he shows you in the games.
Powell kicks to Curry. Here's the three. It's good from long range. Curry's got 9 points.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Durant dishes to Allen. Back to KD. And a miss there on the triple. Now Curry. 9 points in the game so far. A three-pointer off the mark. Here's Dinwiddie. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. The basket's coming early and often in the first quarter. And it seems like players are constantly changing teams.
As a team, as a unit, as a roster.
Greg Dinwiddie, one of those players who seems to adapt to any situation.
I mean, he's versatile, total team player, will do whatever is asked of him. He's really emerged after being picked in the second round a few years ago.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And guys, what stands out to you from the Nets in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Tyler Johnson is out there with Crawford. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Now, here's Kleba. Dallas moving it around. Oh, and here comes Prince. All alone. Count it. Good. Prince has got his first basket of the night.
You know, one of the things the team has confidence with Prince in is finishing on the break.
Runs in the pass to Kleba. Takes a 3. That shot misses. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. Harris dishes to Johnson. Back to Harris. Pass to Crawford. Feeds it to Jordan. Shot clock at 5. From deep three-point range, Crawford, no luck.
And maybe he thinks he has that type of range, but I'm not sure who'd agree with him.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes guys have the green light to take that shot, but I don't think he's one of them.
Now here's Cauley-Stein over Crawford. That one's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from Cauley-Stein.
Nice work inside by Cauley-Stein. Great tools as a finisher.
Crawford passes to Prince. Harris looking it over. Back to Johnson.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. And where Finney Smith really made strides last season, his consistency from range.
And you know, Greg, it was really his defense, the work ethic he brings, the effort level. I mean, that's always been there. I watched this kid play in college, and that's always been part of his package. But as an NBA wing, you've got to be able to knock down shots and help space the floor if you want to find your way into the lineup. And to Finney Smith's credit, he's done that and has become a valuable part of the rotation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Crawford. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Tyler Johnson. Now here's Wright. Beyond the arc. And with the ball out of bounds, Jordan touched it last. Kevin Durant's checked in for the Nets. Karis LeVert comes in for Harris. Porzingis, he's checked in for Dallas. Curry comes in for Hardaway. And it's the Mavericks with the ball. 4-point game. Shot clock at 6. Chalk up 2 there. Curry's got 11 points.
Nice body control by Seth Curry. I mean, he's so good at fending off defenders on the way up.
Here's Irving. And there's the call on Curry. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Jared Allen comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Kyrie Irving. And then for Dallas, Mike Powell comes in for Willie Cauley-Stein. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Dorian Finney-Smith. The Mavericks have gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. Here's Curry with the 3. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
In the first quarter, he was killing them from outside. But he can't get it going here.
And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. Marjanovic checked in for the Mavericks. And so it's Porzingis. He'll bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Here's Llewellyn, guarded by Wright. Here's Allen. Shoots over Marjanovic. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Allen showing you his craftiness, adept at using his shot fake to get the defenders off the ground.
Joe Harris is checked in for Karis LeVert.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Well, it certainly appears to be the case. I mean, they've spent a lot of time at the foul line this quarter, and that's the result of attacking the rim and being physical.
Here's Durant, and there's the call on Durant. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Doncic finds Curry. The shot's good. Curry's got the game tied up here for Dallas.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Now here's Durant. He's got 10. Back to Allen. And Wright pulls it down. The Mavericks have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Passes it to Marjanovic. Porzingis kicks to Curry. Wright outside. Down low. Curry on the wing. Tie game in Brooklyn. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. A tremendous start for Kevin Durant. He had 10 points and 1 steal. And that...
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. Do you think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
Kevin, that's a great question, and believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. Inside of the 4 and the 5, Porzingis and Powell. Hardaway is out there with Luka Doncic. And it's Finney-Smith in at the small forward position.
And as expected, Kevin Durant sitting out all of last season recovering from the Achilles injury. Glad to see him back on the floor.
I agree with you, and it was absolutely a no-brainer for Kevin to sit out the season. That type of injury, you give it all the time you need, and the Nets knew that. They knew when the deal was done that he was going to most likely miss the season. And yet, they did the right thing. And when you have a guy like KD, you want to make sure you're not rushing him back. You want him fully ready when it's time for him to go.
And staying with the play, Allen. Allen's got the lead up to 8 now for Brooklyn.
Boy, I tell you, this guy just does not quit on the boards. His energy is contagious, especially on the offensive glass.
And it's Doncic missing.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Here's Irving. LeVert in the corner. Outside, KD. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And that'll be 2 free. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Hardaway against Crawford. Here's Powell. Here's Finney-Smith. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Boy, Powell showing you great aggressiveness that time, fighting hard to come up with that offensive rebound.
Prince outside. In the corner, it's Harris. There's 1:40 left in the third. Mavericks with the rebound. Hardaway goes in. It's good. Hardaway has got his first points of the night.
You know, he's not just a shooter, guys. Hardaway Jr. is also capable of getting creative and mixing things up, too. I like it.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Tim Hardaway picks one up. This is his first free throw of the game. A different look for Dallas. Willie Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Powell. Wright comes in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Curry subbed in for Hardaway.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
This is why you pay Seth Curry the big contract, the big money. His range is unlimited.
On the way, Harris. The pass to Jordan. Here's Crawford, and the rejection by Cauley-Stein.
You better come stronger than that. Cauley-Stein, a presence defensively.
Mavericks trail by 3. Crawford with the steal. Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
So it's the Mavericks now, following the bucket by the Nets. It's Curry with the drive. Good on the shot. Curry's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Harris up top. Nice jump shot from the top of the key. And the Nets lead by 5.
Well, you give Harris an opportunity like this, and he's going to hurt you because this guy's a solid scorer.
And we've reached the end of the third. It's the Nets up by 5. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. And the Mavericks call time here.
He's forcing shots offensively, hurting his team in the process. He needs to trust his teammates more.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear Rick Carlisle's message to his team. He's pleased that they're getting consistent points in the paint. He said, in this league, it's not easy to do what you guys are doing. Let's just keep doing it until they stop us. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. Inside, we got Prince and Jordan. Irving is out there with Luwawu, and it's Harris in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebound. And unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Now, here is Irving. Pass to Prince. Back to Irving. Shoots over Doncic. Irving can't hit. Mavericks trail by 3. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jared Allen's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Odion Kurucs comes in for Taurean Prince. And Durant subbed in for Joe Harris. Here's Irving. Lets it go from the baseline and nails it.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Curry can't get it to go.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets yanked soon. I mean, that's how bad his shot selection has been.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Just way too much length at the rim to contest. Durant is in a league of his own offensively.
And Doncic gets it to go.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Now here's Irving. Irving double team. 13 feet away. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Pass to Kurucs. Durant at the elbow. You know, he rips it and jams it right over Porzingis. Wow!
And we've seen Durant now hit big shots before. He's no stranger to the moment. Actually, this guy relishes the moment.
You know, the ill-advised threes isn't how you want to close the gap. They've got to have better shot selection.
Doncic against Irving. Elbow shot. Off the left rim and out. Mavericks trail by 5. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Goes back up for the 3. The rebound by Luwawu.
He's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
And that was a risky pass. Fortunate that the D didn't get that one. It was in the air for a long time.
LeVert's checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for the Mavericks. Tim Hardaway Jr. comes in for Seth Curry. Now here's Durant. And it's in there.
Boy, if you allow Durant that look, he's going to punish you. I mean, it's that simple.
Here's Doncic, and the dunk by Doncic.
Doncic not afraid of the moment, actually embraces the spotlight. This guy steps up big when needed most.
Here's Irving. Durant in the corner. Yes, that goes in.
Boy, he's playing out of his head, nailing everything. And the defense is scrambling to try to stop him right now, and so far, no go.
Now, here's Doncic. That's his 6th field goal today, and that makes him now 6 for 11.
No fear or hesitation in the eyes of Doncic. He loves the chance to take and make these big ones.
It's Durant on the wing. Back to LeVert. KD on the wing. On deep. It's rebounded by Dallas. And here we go. The Mavericks on a fast break. Hardaway finds Porzingis. Passes it to Finney-Smith from downtown. And that one is off. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. And Durant puts up a deep three. Shot clock reset for the Nets. The pass to Caruth. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Just 5 on the clock. No one covering. Irving's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets.
Man, the confidence Irving has is something I really appreciate. I mean, he's ready to shoot it as soon as he gets it and not afraid of any kind of shot.
Always a threat. Three-point land that time was seriously expanded.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That is his first foul of the game. He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
Dallas calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. 5 seconds left in the game. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kevin Durant.
And it's been a terrific night for him in terms of the scoreboard. They've run a bunch of sets for him, and he's continued to come through. Scoring is...
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up.